Today we'll be talking about greatness. What is greatness? I've always been fascinated with human behavior, human psychology. While I have no formal training in it, I've always been fascinated. I have books on my shelf, books on persuasion, human behavior, um, leadership, public speaking, these sort of things. I've always been fascinated by human behavior. And I've always asked myself, what makes some people great and how come some folks are just mediocre? What's the difference? Is it just purely luck or is it something between the ears? If you watch our recent interview with Shane of Builder Boys Construction Services, in my opinion, I believe he has the potential to be great if he's not there already. It's all about what's between his ears. Now, I'd like to call some all-time greats, in my opinion. And why I call them all-time greats is because if you're 10 years old or 80 years old, chances are you will know these names. And you'll understand what greatness is. And what we're going to do, we'll talk about 6 points that I notice great people tend to possess. Now, these great names I'm going to call, chances are you'll be familiar with them. It doesn't matter what your personal opinion is of them. What they achieved in their specific career craft is great. Your personal opinion and feelings and emotions does not matter. We are focusing specifically on what they were able to achieve. Names like Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant. Well, it's no coincidence I'm talking sports basketball. That's what I love. So hard luck for you, but that's what I love. I'll focus on those first. Names like Kanye West. Even a name like Donald Trump. You might be surprised at throwing that name because I know we have a varying opinion when it comes to this name Donald Trump, but we'll talk about what makes him great. Doesn't matter your personal feelings, but he was able to achieve greatness. First point I notice when it comes to great people and achieving the heights in their careers. Point number 1. There's a clear-cut love, clear-cut passion, which is even bordering on obsession when it comes to their craft. You can see it how they speak about their craft, how they execute their craft. The love and passion and damn near obsession is there. It's almost like nothing else matters except that craft. Point number 2, which is more specific than Donald Trump, but every one of these names I called, they had this quality. They are polarizing. Here's what I mean by polarizing. You have a large mass of people who love them, swear by them, believe in them. They're almost like a messiah-like quality about them. And then we'll have a mass of people who despise them. 2 polar opposites of people, how people feel about them. They are not, you will hardly find people who say, he's alright. It is rare. When you're great, it is rare to find someone saying, "Ah, he's all right." You'll be either singing your praises or trying to figure out a way to break you down. They all seem to be polarizing. Point number 3, focus. They all had the focus. The names we called earlier, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant, Kanye West, Donald Trump. They, outside of their professional careers, they all had problems. They all had problems, issues. But when time to come on the stage, the podium, to perform between the lines of the basketball court, you would see greatness. The ability to block out the noise and perform. That's what makes them great. Let's talk about some of the challenges these individuals had. Michael Jordan, he was accused of being an obsessive gambler. Whether true or not, that is not the debate. There was the sudden passing of his father. He had a divorce. These are some of the major issues in his life he had to deal with. But when he was between the lines of the basketball court, pure greatness, because he had that focus. Kobe Bryant, well, we know he was accused of assaulting a woman. That was one of the greatest hinders, if that is the proper word, he had in his life. I'm sure there were many others. But when he came on the basketball court, again, greatness, focus, all the noise. Kanye West. He's been accused of being crazy, whether true or not. But when time to perform, great. Trump, once again, polarizing. Accused of assaulting women, accused of being misogynist, accused of not being very smart, whatever. He was still able to become the president of one of the most powerful countries in the world. And at that time, he had no political experience. That is greatness. No matter what you think about him on a personal or emotional level, that is greatness. Point number 4, consistency, which kind of is very similar to the focus we spoke about. No matter what is going on in your life, you're able to be consistently great and show up. When time to perform, doesn't matter what service you're providing. If you're a landscaper, when people giving their hard-earned money to you to perform a task, they don't care that you're having problems in your marriage. They don't care that your child is sick. They don't care that you're having financial troubles. They want you to be consistently great. So you must be able to block out the noise and perform consistently. That's what I see with the common threads with some of these great people. Point number 5, fearlessness or courageous, being courageous. In my personal opinion, there is no such word as, or no such, I don't believe in the meaning of being fearless. Here's what I believe. I believe you can have fears, acknowledge your fears, and still push through it. Everybody is fearful of something, but just acknowledge it, realize, hey, I'm fearful of this. That's a good sign for me to push through and do it anyway. These men exhibited signs of being fearless, courageous. Michael Jordan, how many times he take the last shot under the most pressurized situation? He would fail, and many times he would succeed. We hardly remember the missed shots, but what we do remember is the shots that he made to win the game. Those are the shots we remember. So of course you can fail, you can go forward and fail. But very few people will actually remember the times they failed. All they will see is the success. See and remember the success. So these men exhibited exhibited courageous behaviors. And lastly, point number 6, in my opinion, they all had this it factor. The it factor is hard to pinpoint, but however, sometimes the it factor is just what makes you different from the crowd. What makes you stand out? What makes you memorable? If I ask someone to describe Trump, chances are they will describe his wacky hair, his wacky hand gestures, his wacky mouth movements when speaking, his wacky thought process. But these might be considered the it factors. These are the things that make him stand out from the rest. Kanye West, his mental stability, the wacky things he tend to say, the outrageous things he tend to say. Kobe Bryant, his work ethic, he was well known for his work ethic. He'd be on the basketball court for his workouts before the entire team and be the last to leave on the basketball court. He was known for his hard work ethic. Similar to Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, their work ethic, their love, their passion, the fearlessness. Imagine performing in front of millions of people. You must have a sense of fear, but you'll also have a sense of anticipation and love to overcome that fear. Sometimes your appearance, your style of dress, you wear unusual pieces of clothing. Sometimes these are the it factors that make them stand out from the rest. Anyway, these are just our thoughts. Do you agree with these points? What do you think it takes to be great? Are you on that path to greatness? Do you have the courage? That's us, Sheldon Brooms, Brooms Lawn Care. Take care.